The bomba, it's finally over after hardcore negotiations, talking about 6 weeks for Manuel Ugarte. It is pretty much a done deal, reported and confirmed from David Ornstein and multiple credible tier ones. Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United. Here we go. Apparently, he is on his way to Manchester to complete his medical as we speak. Will that be that he can be omitted for the Liverpool game clash on Sunday? We will see. But anyway, this is significant. This is the transfer window we love to hate. We're going to talk about this full story in details, all the way from the starter to its finish. It's Mick and Ruby and Mark in the house as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will be back after the jingle. Here we go. Let's do this.
Welcome to MUFC Realist TV Transfer Corner and Rating Show. Buckle up. Here we go.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to...
Hey, hola, how are you all doing today, this morning? Fantastic morning. On this Tuesday, we have some bombas coming out. Manuel Ugarte is pretty much done and dusted. It is done and dusted, and according to the brilliant Ornstein as well. It's been reported today that now no other than Manuel Ugarte is now traveling to England today for medical ahead of joining Man United from PSG. Manchester United had a deal for 23-year-old Uruguayan international midfielder. It's going to be a fee of 50 million plus 10 million add-ons, performance and success. Now, PSG initially wanted 60 million, according for David Ornstein and the Athletic after Dunkel Castles and more people. Listen, this is significant, like, guys. What are you feeling? This was a little bit like, the Frankie de Jong saga. We were feeling like, oh, is this going to drag out to the end of the window? Listen, guys, for you that's following on this channel, we know there's been a war of attrition. It's been a battle. It's been like an arm wrestling between PSG and Man United. And, if this was the old Man United of the past, meaning John Murtaugh and co., they would have just paid this. They would just pay the 60 million, but they've been adamant. They've been adamant in doing it on our new terms. It's been reported by myself that the key figures that was heavily involved in this negotiation was no other than Jean-Claude Blanc, the ex-CEO of PSG, Wilcox as well, and also Dan Ashwood and Omar Burada. They've been heavily involved in saying, listen, he's our main priority target, but we need to sell players as well. We need to fund this, but we are not going to pay you 60 million. We are maximum going to pay you 50 because of the evaluation. And then you saw this story floating around, well, hang on, we might do a swap deal with Jadon Sancho, 60 for Ugarte, which didn't happen, by the way. But now we have finally sold Scott McTominay by the looks of it. Otherwise, this deal wouldn't move. Scott McTominay, done deal, 25 million pounds to Napoli. He's on his way to do his medical as well, according to some reports. So bye-bye, Scotty. Welcome in Manuel Ugarte. I want to give you a massive shout-out in this community. Mark is coming in as well. As per usual, Mark is late. So Mark Late Nurse is coming. But big up everyone. Smash that live and like button for Manuel Ugarte. Let me know in the comments what you think. Did this drag out? Did Man United win at the end? I certainly did. I think we are the winners at the case. We could have actually had a loan with an obligation to buy, but instead of doing that, we actually went from straight cash in. I don't know really why, because for me it would be more favorable if you do a loan with an obligation to buy. And apparently we're going to split this up in 3 installments payments, which is amortization. Smash the likes, people. What Elite Ballers say, turn on the notification. Let's go, Reds. Let's go. Big up Jim Watkins in the house as well. I can see Locker 45 is saying, here we go. How you doing, mate? How you doing, Locker? What do you have in the locker? Do we going to do more transfers? What are you hiding in the locker there, mate? Neil Driscoll's in the house saying, good morning to you, Neil. How are you doing, Neil Driscoll? Are you happy with this news? Finally, I was a little bit nervous. I cannot lie, Neil, that I thought this going to be dragging on to the end of the deadline day, which is on Friday, by the way, which is window close 11 p.m. UK time this Friday. Hey, Danny Chris is in the house saying, good morning to you, Chrissy. Danny boy. I'm singing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Why am I buzzing? Well, we've seen that for the 2 Premier League performances from Fulham and also Brighton, the Casemiro cannot do this role, right? We need a specialist. We need a specialist number 6 CDM that is defensive minded, that can break up the play and distribute the ball, simple passes, which something Casemiro cannot do. So this is pivotal. This is what the scouts have sort of identified. This is what Dan Ashwood has also identified. Wilcox together with Ten Hag to say he's a main guy. And we will probably understand why when we see him play, by the way. Other than that, I've seen a lot of controversial comments from the socials and on the other channels, and people say, I don't think he's that sexy. I want more of a bulk distributor. But wait, we have more time in the window. And basically, we also have Collier. And I don't think that we are going for Amrabat. Might get a cheeky Amrabat at the deadline day on loan, but not buy, to be honest, guys. So let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see who else is in the house. What you saying? Danny, Chris, what you saying here? This deal is massive boost. I hear you, mate. It is a massive boost. It is a statement of intent, in my opinion. Let me just catch my breath, because this window has been impeccable. For me, it has always been about getting players out. And so far, we've seen a lot of players leaving, and we are not yet there to sort of see the final exit, which is Jadon Sancho with the Lindelof. We got rid of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We sold players that didn't belong in the system, that they identified that we can't even have in this squad. We solved the Mason Greenwood problem. So this window has been massive for Ineos Revolution in terms of how we can restructure the overall football department, put the best-in-class people in place, but also clear the locker room and put in new, fresh towels and players and all that stuff, right? So I'm happy. Jeff Steele is in the house. Big up Madhouse as well. Good morning, Madhouse. Morning to you. Jeff Steele is in the house. Ugarte will be a huge upgrade on McTominay. Here we go. 100%. Look, I have no beef against Scott McTominay. He's been a loyal servant to the club, but he simply hasn't been good enough, right? He survived, several different managers. Jose Mourinho used him as a Swiss Army knife. We didn't even know as a fan base what is his position. What can he play? We even see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer play him in the CDM role together with Fred, the famous McFred, the donut hole, and that didn't work either. And now lately, last season, he scored a lot of goals by coming off from the bench. But Scott McTominay is not a starter at Man United. So for him to go to Napoli, a slower league, I think that would be a fantastic move for him. So getting Ugarte in is definitely a massive upgrade, but we need more midfielders. And we're going to talk about that later as well. I'm waiting for Mark to come in as well. Irfan, good morning. I'm very happy. As long time I have a player like Ugarte in the club, I like a lot. Yeah, 100%, Irfan. Listen, community, we haven't had a proper specialist number 6 since Michael Carrick left. Arguably to say. We got Casemiro on a panic buy. He was never that single pivot CDM, never. Because we were in for Frankie de Jong. We chased Frankie de Jong all summer, and then it was 2 weeks left of the window. We did a panic and went to Casemiro, paid ridiculous sum of money. He had one good season, and then his legs was gone. So Casemiro right now, if you look at Casemiro, the way he played at Real Madrid, he had such a brilliant players around him, so he was never exposed. You had Toni Kroos, you had Modric, you had Valverde, and all them, right? So he fit it right well in that system. But at Man United, you get exposed, right? You cannot play him in the single pivot, not with his legs. But for him to go forward as a number 8, that might be the solution this season, because I don't think we're going to get rid of him. Like, that was the initial plan. We want to sort of get rid of him, offload his wages, because he's on 300K a week. That's a lot of money, almost 18 million. But it's going to be a very difficult, right? So far, we don't hear anything that no Saudi clubs, nobody's coming in for Casemiro. So it looks like Cass is staying. What else do we have here? Yes, I'm happy with the deal. Who's next out? Well, we saw Hannibal Mejbri going out. We don't really know the fee. I would just say that they didn't disclose the fee, but we will find out. If they didn't disclose the fee, it might be something very low. I mean, hopefully something around 5 million. But at the end of the day, like, you know, we were desperate to get rid of the deadwood, get rid of players that don't suit the system. So we will take anything for him. And then we go reset button at the end of the day, because what Ineos has been doing now is just basically cleaning up the mess what John Merton, the ex-regime, created, giving players 1 year left on the deal, like, you know, a buyout clause, like to say we want money, right? But regarding Scott McTominay, there was, like, you know, surprisingly to understand that, you know, Napoli like offered him less wages than he's getting at United. Apparently he's getting 60K a week at United, and they offer him less. So this whole buyout to give him a little bit is the difference between his salary wages, because United was desperate to get him out the door, like, you know, because that 25 million minus whatever that might be, let's say he gets 2 million or 3 million in compensation, that is still 22 million on the pure FFP profit and sustainability. Hence why they now could have gone for Manuel Ugarte's permanent transfer. That is kind of the double, like, you know, there's no loss. There's no loss on Scott McTominay. He's an academy player. He's a homegrown talent. So that money is kind of like, if you get 25, 22, kind of adds up in the books like a double, right? 50 million something. And that is why they could have done this. And but also worth to say that this 50 million agreement, what they have with PSG, is yet again on Man United's terms, which is going to be split up in 3 installments, 3 years. So basically 50, what is that? 25, well, it's not going to be that much. I cannot do my maths at the moment. So I'm still waiting for Mark Late Nurse. He hasn't come in the house. What were you saying here? Frankie, what are you saying here? Frankie, glory, Man United. Big up Mick, glory, Man United. We need one more signing. Mario Hermoso. Wow. Mario Hermoso, left back. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Why I'm saying 100%? We are in the same situation as last season. We started with hardly no left back. Luke Shaw is still injured. Malacia is still injured. We have young Harry Amas and Murray, but they're still youngsters, right? We have Dalot, that is not a left back. There's a right-footed that's playing on that position. We have basically Mazarawi that could also play in that, but he's a right footer. We need a left footer. And Hermoso is the guy. I don't understand why we haven't gone for him. Maybe we will. He's a free agent. The wages he's demanding is not going to be that ridiculous. Will we get a left back at the end of the window? We certainly need one. The problem for me is the injury-prone Shaw. The problem for me is that the uncertainty of Malacia, similar to last season in January when the doctors advised Ten Hag that, yeah, Luke Shaw will be back and Malacia will be back. And you know what happened. And that's why we struggled. So for me, we need to fix that left back ASAP as a next move. So let me know, guys, in the comment section below and in the VR room, which position do you think we need to go next? Will it be another midfielder? Would it be a left back? Would you go for a striker? Or will you take it all? Let me know as well. I personally believe that we need a left back. Midfielder, I think we're good. If we're not getting... I mean, we can play Collier as well. We have a lot of youngsters that can come in and play. if there is still money left. But I think we need a striker. And if there is some cheeky bids to come in for Ivan Toney, I take it. But the question is regarding Ivan Toney, nobody's come in for him. Nobody wants him. Not even Saudi they're trying to push. And they are lowering down the fees, Brentford, now. Why? Well, I think it's mentality. It is a risk. It's a high risk. But high risk can also pay rewards. We need goals. We need somebody to finish the dinner. We know that Højlund is still young. We still have Ethan Wheatley. He's also young. Zirks is not a number 9. He's a 9.5. And who else do we have? We don't have. So we need another striker. Let me know what you think as well. Big up to all of you Wizards in the house as well. What you saying, Wizard? All the selling club New United are trying to save to buy as many players that they can. 100%. All the extras or bonuses for all signings this summer could brought in another 2 or 3 extra signings. 100%. Now we might even get a Rabiot in there in the midfield. Don't forget about that one. You know, that is a free. You know, Rabiot for me is more of a hybrid 6 and 8. He would be mint, right? He's still waiting for. Nobody has done proper deals. He's waiting for European clubs, right? United is heavily linked with him. Will it be that we strike a deal for Rabiot in the next coming days? If we do, I wouldn't say no, because we don't spend any money on it. We only spend like a little bit of a sign-on fee for him, you know, handsomely pay maximum 200k a week to come and play for United, offer him a 3 years contract, and off you go, right? So I know it's not a profile that we don't really want because of age bracket, but it will definitely add on bolstering the squad and bundles of energy what we need, right? The midfield needs creativity. The midfield needs energy. The defense needs to be reinsured. The centre-backs solution needs to be paired. Like, you know, we need to see, like, you know, regular start and pairing of Licha and De Ligt to get into the form. And then Lenny Euro will come back. I don't think we're going to get another centre-back, but left-back, Ramos on a free. Yeah, I take that, right? In terms of striker, who is there? Ivan Toney. Otherwise, I don't see us getting a Calvert-Lewin. I don't want that kind of reject. Raheem Sterling. We know that Chelsea are desperate to offload him. We don't need no Sterling. We're done with that. Anyway, Jim Watkins, what you're saying, Opa Charles is big up to you. What you're saying, Opa Charles, we really need to get more players, 100%. Is it time to panic? No. Now is the time, Opolot. Now is the time where this is the window what I love. 4 days left, and now you're going to see a lot of deals happening, right? We're going in for bargains. People are going to panic. People want to sell. People want to buy. So what's going to happen, right? Liverpool apparently are now linked to Chiesa. A Chiesa that did underwhelming at Napoli or Juventus, sorry. There's reports coming in now that Bayern also coming in, lurking in for Jadon Sancho. Something that I've been saying to Mark Nurse for the past 4 weeks. Be aware of Bayern coming in for Sancho. Why? Because Bayern missed the target of Desiree Doué that went to PSG. So they're out for a winger. So potentially we can see a Jadon Sancho exit to Bayern. But advanced as we speak, with Chiesa potentially going to Liverpool, they have the money to buy Jadon Sancho. This is so intricate. This is many balls in the air, dots aligning, intricate deals aligning to each other. Like one deal depends on the other depends. This is like, spinning you crazy. So wake me up before we go 11 p.m. Friday. It's going to be here we go to see what we have done, right? This is the close of the English Premier League transfer window, but some certain European clubs have another week opening because of the season start. You can just say what you're saying here. I'm just picturing Ugarte and Maino destroying opposition midfields. Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you know, Ugarte is that, South American warrior, the Uruguayan, right? If you can imagine Licha being that attitude, that destroyer, you can also add Ugarte to that category as well. So yeah, Ugarte will definitely be like interception the balls, tackles will like be flying in. He will be the dirty dog. You know what I mean? Wizard is saying, I have no clue where United are going to find money because their rebuild is already 3 summers in. Still need 8 and 10 to leave. Well, Champions League is far away, United's reach, so lost less money. Well, we actually got into Europa League, so that's going to give us money. But guys, listen, at the end of the day, we've been saying on this channel, at least I've been saying, right? Rome wasn't built in one day. We needed this facelift. We 100% needed this facelift. Now, this is a proper rebuild, in my opinion. We've been trying to do a lot of rebuilds, but we had the Glazers running the show. Now, since Ineos has come in, they made sure that they have control of the footballing operations. The Glazers have no say. So this is the first time we ever seen us having a proper footballing director, a proper scouting department, a proper medical, proper best-in-class people in place with football first, not what it used to be, bank money first. So bear in mind that, when you do a restructure, it's going to take you 18 months to be full-fledged. But what they've been doing now is hitting the turbo button, right? I am very impressed because my speciality in my daily work is to do change management, right? I've been doing multiple enterprise change management, and you always have a 3-year plan, First and foremost, you got to reset the culture. First and foremost, you got to make sure that your message all the way from the CEO and boardroom gets delivered and executed all the way down to the locker room. And that is impeccable, what they've done so far. So now what we see, the transfer market, how we do business, it's just been remarkable to say we are not the Man United of the old. You're not going to rob us. You're not going to mug us. So every single deal that we've done has been on our terms, and we won every single battle. We won over Real Madrid, over Lenny Euro. We won over Bayern. We did have a boxing ring for them, boxing match. We got 2 players over the line, arguably to say 2 defenders. And we've seen the saltiness of the Bayern fans that we actually stole De Ligt for that money, for 51 million. 2. Wow. In the past, John Murtaugh spent 70 million on Harry Maguire, and there was 1. But anyway, I have Mark in the house. Mark, are you there? Are you in the dark? I can see you coming in here, but you're always late. Are you there, Mark? Major Tom to Mark. Mark is not ready. I can see him in the background. Listen, at the end of the day, guys, let's talk about this story, right? Apparently, at the moment, Ugarte is on his way. He is on his way. He's traveling for medical ahead of Man United transfer. So what does that mean? Let's go over this article. Manuel, this is according to ESPN Uruguay as well. So Manuel Ugarte is on his way to England to sign for Man United and will complete the transfer the next couple of hours. So this is key. This is key, right? In the next couple of hours. So he's currently now doing his medical. After he's finished that, if there's no skeletons in that closet, he will sign his contract, do the photo ops, and he will be registered and potentially be ready to play against Liverpool this Sunday. Would you like to see that? Let's continue the story. The long negotiations for the 23-year-old have finally reached a positive conclusion, pending successful completion of the formalities. ESPN writes that it's a fact. Manuel Ugarte is leaving Paris Saint-Germain to become a new Man United player. Sources confirmed by ESPN. So that's it. That's pretty much it. And then we have this, what we spotted yesterday. We wasn't train spotting. We were doing actually Wilcox and Ashford spotting. They were spotted sitting on the airport going to get Manuel Ugarte deal done. It wasn't bogus. It was true. 100% they got him over the line. They sold the deal. And now he's on a flight to Manchester, to the rainy Manchester. So I am ecstatic. I mean, in terms of doing business negotiations, guys, they've been doing a fantastic work. So basically, big up to all of you, big up to all the community, for being with us for, it's been repetitive, but we've been trying to keep a voice of reasoning and always trying to keep a balanced approach. But this is significant business. This is the number 1 target that we wanted. And by the way, let's dive.
Super chat, super chat, super chat.
Super chat.
All right. All the way from Adelaide, Australia, we did some ducking here because there was an uppercut coming from Jeff Steele with his Aussie $2 donation super chat saying, "Here we go, Ugarte. Come on, you red." Yes, that's the spirit. Big up, Jeff. Thank you for your super chat. And yes, I'm excited. You know, I know there's been some doom and gloom. There's been some negativity because we win one loss, one win. And as soon as we lost, the whole PTSD came out. Oh, yeah, Ten Hag out and Ten Hag this. But listen, on that match reaction, I said, look, this is not our first 11 as of yet, right? It's not, you know. So we have plenty of games to play, and we can see that we cannot play this false number 9. The reason why we're playing for this false number 9 because Xerxes is not really 100% match fit to start. Højlund is out injured. Ethan Wheater cannot start. So we need to play that false number 9. So that leads me to the question, do you think we need a striker? Maybe I should start a poll. Mark, are you there? Mark?
I'm here.
Hello,
just don't have the camera. It's not working right now.
I was calling for you. Why you late?
Yeah.
Why you late? Why you
I'm
late?
not feeling well
Why you
today.
late?
Mick. Today is the one day you can't harass me for being late. I'm really under the weather. This flu is killing me right now.
Okay, guys, this is dedication. Mark is having a nasty flu, but he's still here talking to you. We respect you, brother. Sorry for saying you're late, and you're here.
It's all good. I was actually sitting in the background for the last while you were asking me, but I didn't want to just pop up on the screen. I thought you'd have brought me up, so I just popped up this time because I was here.
Yeah.
Big up to everyone. Big up to the gifted memberships coming in from Frank.
It's coming.
Glory, glory, Man United.
Are you terrorizing? You're terrorizing. What are you doing? You coming there being late?
I'm a little bit off it this morning.
Yeah, you're off your rock.
Oh my God!
Yo. We have 10 gifted memberships coming in. 100% for Frankie goes to Hollywood. Glory, Man United. Thank you for your donations. Let me see. Something has stuck. You know, I got to shout everyone that became a member. Big up for everyone. Roger Morgan became a member as well. Sam was gifted membership. Brian Foskett, Chimezim, Samuel Obas as well. Sorry, I am very dyslexic, so and I'm trying to read.
Thompson, Stuart Wally got a membership. Big up to Stuart Wally, the panelist, famous. Big up to Jeff Steele. Big up to Twilumba Theory, also getting a membership. Addis Bedget getting a membership as well. Big up to you, Kareem Quadri as well. Ying Pong Ong, big up to you getting the final membership as well. And big up to Frankie, Glory, Man United. Thank you so much for your contribution. Legends,
Addis Bedget as well, and Ying Pong Ong. I can see you guys. Let us know where you're from as well. Drop a message in the non-live comment section where you're from, where you're sitting right now. Mark is sitting in the dark. He's nursing a flu. And finally, your surname is Nurse, isn't it?
Yeah. I just hired a night nurse for the week.
You're nursing your own nurse shark. You're a nurse shark from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And you're nursing your own flu. Now, big up. Listen, talk to me at the end of the day. It's been reported now that he's on his way. It's pretty much an hours away. It's a £42.3 million plus further 8.4 million add-ons. This is according to David Ornstein.
100%. And you know, Man United did get some, besides that deal, which is amazing. I think, you know, when you look at the deal with Manuel Ugarte, it did stretch out a long span of time. You know, we did pay the odds for the player, but at the same time, you have to look at it like we're not going to get every single signing on the cheap. We're not going to win every single transfer on our terms. But the fact that we were able to get most of the transfer on our terms already is a very, very good thing, seeing that we never done this before. You know what I mean? It's a very, very good start for this new structure, this new regime. I think
you agree what I was saying, pretty much. Yeah, you agree what 100%. I was saying, right?
100%, Mick.
Okay, go on. So, I mean, the sign of
I think the signing of Ugarte is gonna do really well for us.
I think it's pivotal. But I want to hear your opinion. I think the signing of Ugarte is pivotal. Why? Because he's going to be the glue. He's going to be the, stopper. He's going to be the, the catalyst between the defense and the final third. So we needed that. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people might be saying we need a deep lying playmaker, but I would remind everyone, when Rodri came into the league, he was just a destroyer. It took him 2 seasons to settle into Man City, and then after you saw him become a deep-lying playmaker, a major contributor to the team. I mean, Ugarte is very, very talented. And if you watch him play, the clips don't really give you the full profile. When you watch the compilations, it just shows you his best attributes, which is tackling and winning the balls and stuff like that, breaking up the play. But when you watch him in a game, he's a leader on the field. He directs the midfield. You know, he plays very good passes. It might seem like he plays the safe passes, but in a build-up from the back, I think he's perfect.
Yeah, no, fine. Guys, I'm creating a poll at the moment. Please get involved. And the poll goes, who should United sign next? Left back, midfield, striker. Here we go. I'm starting the poll. Go. Get involved. We'll run this poll for a couple of minutes, and I want to hear from you. I want to sort of feel your pulse here. Mark, yeah, I agree. You watched a lot of Ugarte during the Copa America, like, you know. I didn't watch any Copa America, but you did. And therefore, you are very convinced that he is the marquee signing, what they've been chasing, right?
Well,
when a lot of people heard the name, they never heard of Ugarte before, and now he became a household name within the fan base. So what do we expect?
Well, first of all, we have to say that we're very lucky to have the Copa America this summer as well. So we got a full scouting mission. He played 8 games. He played up to the final. You know, I think he showed a lot more on the ball than most of the other midfielders in the entire tournament. I think he was the best midfielder, in my honest opinion, in terms of, you know, his positioning, everything, the way he contributed to Uruguay. They went to the final, so that alone should tell you how good he was. You know, I think he was the man of the match for 3 of their games. So it's one of those things where you're getting a player who can play the role. Uruguay is coached by Marcelo Bielsa, so you know Marcelo Bielsa plays a high line. He plays attacking football as well. So he's a guy that knows what he's doing when he comes to this type of system that we want to play.
No, definitely. I mean, and in terms of, I just started a poll, but I want to hear your opinion as you're here. You know, who do you think United should sign next? There's 4 days left of the window. Would it be a left back, midfielder, or a striker? What's your preference there?
My preference.
I mean, you can say both of them, but I don't know but I mean, if you had to choose one position,
I would choose. I actually wanted to say 2 positions, but for the most important position for me, I think right now, maybe might be another midfielder. To be fair, I know a lot of people would say a left back, but I think with Scott McTominay leaving, you know, our midfield is going to be a lot lighter. I think, you know, there's still a possibility. Well, Hannibal Mejbri also left as they rightfully announced. His fee was announced this morning. It's £9.5 million.
Oh, we got 9.5. Oh, almost £10 million plus. Wow. You sure?
Yeah. This has been reported. It's, you know, it's not only Lucky Singh, but Abdullah is also coming in. Chris Wheeler is coming in with the confirmation. It's a 9.5 million deal. Yeah, right. Very good. You know, we got a sell-on clause as well and a buyback clause as well.
And that is a pure profit as well because he's a homegrown talent.
Well, yeah, 100%. It's pure profit in the sense, but we also did pay. I think it was 8 million euros to sign the player initially.
Yeah, but it was ages ago, so we already paid it off, right? So listen, he still counts as a homegrown academy player. So there's pure profit on the FFP 9.5 plus 25 million pounds for Scott McTominay plus Lindelof leaving, Ericsson leaving. There's going to be money, to be honest. No wonder they could actually make this Ugarte deal, but the 50 million euros, or what was it, say 42 point something pounds. Wait a minute, what was it? I had it before.
It's 40. It's
42.3 million pounds.
Yeah.
Plus 8.4 in add-ons. But technically speaking, we're paying 42.3 million pounds for Ugarte, which is going to be then split it up into 3, right? So you don't spend much money at all this window for Ugarte. So that means that you can still balance and still go and chase out. So you say another midfielder.
Yeah. I think we need another midfield backup because, you know, Ugarte probably is going to be our starting 6 in the defense, in the DM position. But I think we might need someone to come in, maybe a backup, you know what I mean, for Kobbie Mainoo. You don't want to see Kobbie Mainoo starting every game, you know, playing 90 minutes every single week. Of course, you want him to start at least 25 games a season, but you know you don't want to play him too much. You want him to have a very, very fit season. So I think bringing in a second midfielder is going to assist with that a lot. And I think you know.
Okay, at Devil's Advocate, what about striker?
I'm not too sure about that one. I think Rasmus is going to be back in like 2 weeks, you know, and I think right now it might seem that, you know, we're down to one striker, but we also have Ethan Wheatley, and the two strikers that we have are young players that need development. They're going to need to play at least 25 games each, at least 70 minutes a piece to develop in the striker that we want them to be to prepare for next season.
Right.
I think if we bring an experienced striker, the biggest problem is, when are we going to finally develop these two strikers that we have?
Yeah,
you know, it might work well. We might win games. We might finish in the top 4 with a new striker, experienced striker, but it's going to take away from the development of those two strikers. So next season, they're still going to be in a developmental phase as well.
Yeah. Tommy Boyd is saying, my only worry with Ugarte, he sometimes gets carried away, jumps into tackles, and he has a habit of leaving the centre-backs exposed by getting caught out too high. Well, you know, he's got to adapt to the Premier League, and is he a yellow card or red card away? Well, we need that. You know, we need somebody to do that role. 100%. I'm not worried. Let me see. Stuart Woolley in the house. Stewie, big up. Massive show yesterday. You guys did a massive, unbelievable 2 hours, Jarvis Corner. Good morning to you. Hope you slept well, Stu. Let's got you in the background as always. Great start to the day. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So guys, a lot of people are listening in the background while they're working, I guess. So yeah, having your coffee, listening. Thank you, but don't forget to smash that like buttons as well. And congratulations, Mark Nurse, for reaching 1K subscribers on your channel.
Big up, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. It's, you know, I'm without words, guys. All I can say is all your support. You know, there's not enough money in the bank that could pay for that. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Mick, for your help, for your guidance, and for giving me a platform. Thank you.
But also thanks to you. You're covering when I cannot do this, and you know, and big up, Mark. I'm really proud of you, my friend. And sooner or later, you'll be up on 20,000 subscribers, and you can thank me then, my friend. We are cooking.
I will. You know what I mean? You know, there's some guys in the chat that have their channels as well. They're next Kenny fan. I'm pointing to you, brother. Well. You know, you won the roulette this season, so you're the Manchester United super fan, bro. You are next.
Okay.
Big up to all of you guys, and thank you again. You know, I will
try my best to keep... Mark, we are conscious of time. I'm getting greedy, right? I think we need 3 of them. I cannot just say one. We actually need a midfielder, another midfielder. We absolutely need another striker. I understand your argument there, but Højlund is just an injury weight. We cannot play with this false number 9. We were never supposed to play with this false number 9. The reason why we play with this false number 9 now for these 2 games is because we don't have a striker. That's the thing, right? Left back Hermoso, I would say 100%, right? I definitely agree with Madhouse is saying here. We can get Rabiot, Hermoso, right?
Yeah, we can still get them even if the window closes because they're free agents.
Yeah. So for me, to get Rabiot as another midfielder makes sense. You know, that energy. He can play number 8. He can play hybrid 6, right? And yeah, but in terms of striker, the only one that I see we are linked to is Ivan Toney.
Well, that's the funny thing. And this is the thing why I'm kind of opposed to a striker coming in, because I'm not hating on Ivan Toney. I think he will come in and contribute, but it's the attitude situation. He's going to come in, he's going to want to start, play almost every game. That leaves no room for the current 2 strikers we have now. When we say we've been playing a false 9 because we have no striker, it's mostly because I feel Xerxes is not yet fully fit and ready to start. I think that will change in the next game. I think he will start the next game. And to be fair, it's like Højlund will be back next week. He's back in training already this week, but he's not available for selection. So it's one of those things where I feel like we should be a little patient on that one side. But the most necessary requirements is either a left back or a center midfielder, in my own opinion. So I think if we could get Hermoso and Rabiot on a free, that solves the problem.
That solves the problem. And regarding striker, you mentioned something. Yeah, we're playing Liverpool on Sunday. and after that, there's 2 weeks international break, right?
Yeah. So that's the problem.
Why in the middle of a start of a fucking Premier League season would you throw in a bloody stupid international break? We just finished the Euros. I just don't get it, bro.
Too much football, bro. Too much football.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the football. I love to see as much football as possible, but you have to remember these players are human beings. They're not robots.
We got Brandy Ten Hag in. I agree with you. Gary C saying, good morning, Gary. Have you had your coffee, Gary, as well? Big up to you. Hello, all from Abs MUFC. Hello to you, man. People are pouring in. People are happy with this news. Listen, we created a poll, and I want to see what you guys are saying. And I'm going to ask you a quick question, Mark. What do you think? I asked the question to the VR room and the community. What should United sign next? I only gave them one option. What do you think they answered? It was left back, midfield, or striker? Which one was on top?
Left back. I think everybody has been talking about a left back. You know what I mean? Everybody's looking at the fact that Luke Shaw is not trustworthy. You know, you're not going to get a full season from him. Malacia, we're not sure which Malacia is going to be back. If it's going to be a Malacia who's going to kick on from the first season, or a Malacia who needs to take time to get back to those levels. And I can agree with them. I honestly can. You know, the only thing is, which left back are we going to go get? You know, we also need someone who could fill that center back role to fill in for Martinez. So maybe,
bro.
I think Hermoso is perfect because he could do both. You know, 100%. Unless we do actually go for, you know, this young French left back from Rennes. You know, he's reported to be somewhere in the region of 17 million pounds. His name is Adrien Truffert, and I think it might be interesting. I think this guy is very, very good. He's left-footed. He bombs forward. He's like a French Luke Shaw, but available every game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Listen, the poll was 100% left back, 65%, and the remainings like striker and midfield were only 18%. So everyone knows what the problem is, I would say. Hermoso, I 100% agree. Definitely smash the likes, people, please. How many people are watching right now? I can tell you right now there is 500 watching and only 40 likes. It is absolutely a disgrace. It's free content, so just smash that like right now. Don't be lazy. You know, you will burn extra calories if you do so, right? I don't know why we're not getting over the 100 likes at this stage, but please, we're here delivering free content news for you. I would certainly agree that we need a left back, right? And if you're saying that we have an international break after Liverpool, then Højlund will be back. But the problem is that even if you get Luke Shaw and Malacia back after the international break, they're not match fit, right? Malacia hasn't kicked the ball for over 1 year. Luke Shaw he had 2 games in the Euros and then he's out. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We might even see us play still with the same formation and with the Dalot and Mazarawi until these guys are match fit.
I mean,
disgrace.
It's a disgrace, but I mean, I won't say it's a madness as well. I would say it's a disgrace, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, we can actually fix the situation as the season progresses. You know, it's one of those things where I think maybe this might be a season to really take a chance on Harry Armas, given some opportunity so Dalot could get some rest. At the same time, you know, I'm gonna say it realistically. If we were able to get a Hermoso and a Rabiot, then we solve our problems. If not, and we do just get a midfielder, yeah, I can only agree there.
Ooh, finally, you and me agree on something. I put my sunglasses on. Get blinded by the light sometimes. Mark, I 100% agree with you. Harry Armas, since the preseason, he hasn't really featured in the Premier League, but it's the Man United mantra. You know, you're good enough, you're old enough. And he's shown that he's a man. He can play ball, right? Same with Collier. So I'm not worried. And I would definitely give him a run of games, you know, to see what it can do. Who do you think will start against Mo Salah in Liverpool game?
Diogo Dalot.
You think so?
Yeah.
Will he do a number of Mo Salah?
Well, he's been performing really well. If you notice, you know, like we did have that one moment at the end of the game, but throughout the game, I think the left side was the most difficult side for Brighton to do their attacks. If you notice, they bombed down the opposite side. They were attacking Mazraoui most of the time. So I think Delo was doing a good job. I think he also he's been doing an even better job going forward on the left. As you can see, the crosses that have been coming into both games from him off the left. So
you mentioned something interesting yesterday regarding Delo versus Mo Salah. You said Mo Salah is right-footed, playing on the left wing or something like that, and Diego Delo will have him more covered in that sense. Something in line of that.
Well, Mo Salah is right-footed, so he's not exactly the both-footed player that is going to give you that dynamism on the coming down the left side. He plays off the right. Delo is right-footed, so when he dribbles, if he wants to cut in, he cuts into Dalo's strong side. Which means it's going to be more of him going down the byline most of the time. So I think it's a situation where we have Delo and Lissandro on that side. I think Mo Salah is going to have a hard game.
Yeah, but they're not going to loan out Amas, like Abdullah is saying, Iran is saying, give Amas a loan. The reason is that he's not going on loan. Nothing has been reported. It's 4 days on the window. They're keeping Collier. They're keeping Amas in the squad around. And this gives me an indication is that they're going to use him, Mark.
Yeah, well, they kept 5 of the youngsters back from going on loans this summer, although they have played some under 21 games, so to keep them match fit. I think they are given that squad rotational backup role so that they will probably come in and feature in some games as the season progresses. I also think you're going to see them in the Carabao Cup. You know what I mean? This is why they were playing preseason. This is why Erik ten Hag moved away from a youth team preseason and a senior team preseason to a one-team preseason.
Anyway, this is excellent news to hear. Again, we share this photo that was given to me yesterday. You see a Wilcox, and you can see the back head of Ashworth coming home. Or is this potentially in Paris? They've been gone to secure the deal to get Ugarte, bring him home to Manchester, and now he's apparently in Manchester doing his medical. Mark, at the end of the day, Mark, if he passes, if he signs today, he can potentially be part of the squad on Sunday, right?
I think he walks into the team.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he walks into the starting lineup, yeah.
Push Casemiro on the side.
I actually think, well, Mason Mount is injured, right? So I think it's going to be, Mason Mount came off because he had an injury. You didn't hear that? Mason Mount came off because he wasn't.
But I haven't seen any reports regarding that. Maybe I just heard Ten Hag say, it's precautionary.
Yeah. So I think what is going to be, it's going to be that midfield that you talked about a few weeks ago. Casemiro in the 8 next to Bruno, and Ugarte in the 6. I think that's how it's going to go. I think Mainoo's going to come on in the second half. People might be mad at that, but I think that's what's going to happen. Mainoo is not yet match fit as well, so that's why.
Are you worried again? Liverpool at home Sunday. I'm not. This is Old Trafford we're talking about. I think they're in for a whoop ass, Liverpool hasn't. You said it yesterday as well in Jarvis's corner. They've been shocking in the first half, getting a slow start. They haven't signed anyone. Apparently, they're now going to potentially go and push to sign Chiesa, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the last 2 games they played, they weren't against the best opposition, in my honest opinion, and they struggled. Both first half were, I would say, abject, dysfunctional. You know what I mean? It's quite the opposite from the Man United first halves that we played in the first 2 games. And I think if they have that trouble in the first half against us, we will be up 2 or 3 goals. You know what I mean? The second half is a different story, but.
Harry Amos did well against, in the preseason when we played Liverpool. He did a good number on what's his name? Mo Salah. Yeah, why not? But I don't think so. I think he's going to go with the same lineup with the false number 9. If he does, I'm going to go, ugh. I'd rather say, please play your normal formation. Don't play this false number 9. Start Xerxes on top. Start feeding balls into him. And, just have energy, pressing. The way we're pressing right now is sublime, right? I say it's must improve the way we play out the back, but Liverpool is going to press us very high up as well. So it's about getting out the press as well. Big up. I'm not worried. So Ten Hag is doing his presser. When is it, on Friday or Thursday, Mark?
I think it's on Thursday. I'll double check and let you guys know. You can let them know tomorrow. I don't think it's already scheduled as yet, because sometimes they might just schedule it and then they change the time. So I don't want to.
If it's Thursday, you might have to cover it by yourself because I've been on a flight. I'm leaving on a jet plane, so you can do that and potentially invite somebody else in the absence of myself. Guys, anyway, it's been there's nothing else to talk about. It's going to be exciting 4 days left on the window. Do expect there's going to be a lot of news coming out, Mark, but this was the bomber that we've been waiting for. Finally, Ugarte is a Man United player. I mean, he's got to break a hip, an arm, and a leg, and break a neck to not pass this medical, but I think you're going to pass it, and then he's going to sign his contract. Done deal.
100%. I think that's definitely going to be the case. I'm looking.
For something.
Oh, the press conference is tentatively at 1:45 UK. Tentatively, I would say for now, because last time it was set for that, and it pushed it back to 4:45. So tentatively, it's on Friday for 1:45 p.m.
Crikey, I'm flying on Thursday. I'll be in the air in that time, so you have to do it by yourself, guys. I'm really looking forward to this press conference. But anyway, I think it's time to round up, to close the shop. Mark, thank you for coming in. I know you're under the weather. You're nursing a flu, and get better. Eat some more hot soup, drink some more tea, smoke less. Just feel that inflammation, brother. You know what I mean? Bro. But it was a pleasure to deliver. It was definitely a pleasure to deliver this. Finally, here we go. Something that we've been waiting for. And we got the main target over the line. And it's been like an arm wrestle with PSG. It's been a war of attrition. And Man United won this negotiation by bringing it down from initially 60 million euros down to 42.3 million pounds plus 8.3 in add-ons. That is astute. To summarize this transfer window, what would you give it so far, Mark?
I'd give it a 7.9 or 8.3 right now, in my honest opinion, because I think it exceeded all our expectations. We have to be honest as fans. As much as we want to be greedy, or we want to say we want all these players out, or we want new signings to replace them, I don't think we've ever seen a transfer window where we've brought in 5-6 new players and we've sold
and got rid of 7-8. That's the thing. And got rid of Scott McTominay in the window as well, which nobody believed. So I give this a 9 so far. But you know what? We will be back after the end of the transfer window, and we can do a proper review, what you think, and engage with everyone. So until then, Randy's saying 8 out of 10. He thinks a lot of people saying 8 out of 10, but depends on 4 days left. It might bump up to a 9 out of 10. But the perfect 10 would be, Mark, to get Luke Shaw out of the door. That would be a 10 out of 10, according to my opinion. Anyway, so listen, thank you, people. There's been some breaking news today. And, we have about 600 people watching and only 50 likes. If you watch in retrospective, just wanted to say smash that like button. Want to thank you for the donations. Want to thank you for gifting the memberships. If you know, you know. And just want to go and say thank you so much. We had gifted memberships, of course, for Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I call you Frankie Goes to Hollywood, or Frankie GGMU. You gifted 10 members. And for you that became a member, give him a massive thanks as well. And remember, this is 30 days free membership. And after that, you can purchase this for as little as €1 per month. And also, Jeff Steele, thank you for saying, here we go with the super chat. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Come on, you Reds. And that wraps up today's show, Mark. So listen, go rest, my friend. And everyone, we should see you to the next one. If we hear anything more, this has been Mick here, the MMM show, Mick and Mark.
Big up to you guys.
Mark. Yeah.
Big up to everyone. Have a great day. And again, guys, thank you so much for all the support. I hit 1K. The next step is 2. But you know what? We'll march on, guys, as the Red go marching on.
Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.